Alrighty, boys. This is episode 3 of the Real Relate podcast. What is going on, Barber? We got some special fucking guests today. Holy shit.
What's going on?
What's going on? These guys usually got a podcast, and they usually have people come on. Now they're the guests.
This is different. I'm not used to this.
Barber, you want to go ahead and introduce?
Yes, sir. Real Relate fam. We got episode 3 right here. We got the Boston Big Four. Bow. We got
Jack
and
Owen.
Jack and Owen. You guys heard it from them.
But I appreciate you guys coming on. It's
Absolutely.
a reversal for you guys. How do you guys feel being on someone else's podcast?
It's something we've wanted to do for a while, honestly. So thank you guys for...
This is your first?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, shit. Let's go.
So,
Congratulations.
No, thank you guys for the opportunity. We've been talking about it because we've been doing our podcast for a while, and we're like, it would be interesting to be on the other side of the table once, you know?
Yeah, that's
Feels good to be a guest.
Yeah, and I feel
yeah.
Go ahead. You can start off.
Yeah, so we typically like to start out by just asking a general question. You guys can take this however you want, answer however you want, but Jack and Owen, who are you guys today?
Who are we?
You want to start?
I am I'm just a good guy.
Love that.
I don't know. You know,
Good beard, too. You got a good beard going
He's
on.
being humble. Jack is the founder.
Why'd you take the chains?
Oh, I did tuck the chains. You're right, because nobody else has chains on.
'Cause he's
I don't
being
know.
I
humble.
got you.
All right, let's go.
I'll take my
Let's go.
chain out.
Let's go. All right,
Let
let's
that
flex.
shit
Let's
hang.
flex.
I love how
Let
yeah.
your nuts hang on this shit. Bro. My bad. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
No, you're good. I was just going to say, Jack's out here being humble. He's the founder and editor-in-chief of Boston's Big Four. So he's doing the articles. He's always doing the social media, posting everything, making everything happen for Boston's Big Four. So you're more than just a good guy.
Well, thank you. I appreciate
He's
that.
a great guy.
Fuck, I was going to say it. I was going to fuck.
Gotcha, bitch.
Gotcha, bitch. All right, go ahead. And who?
And I'm like the producer, engineer of the podcast / co-host. So we're out there every week making these podcasts, sometimes more than once a week.
Yep.
We also we're also doing. Oh, I want to quickly plug. Titletown Sounds, Nick Tello and Andrew Sullivan. This is now. You asked who I am right now. Right now, I'm trying to be a mixing engineer. So I'm in a class with those guys at Titletown Sounds.
So that's why I fucked up John Scott's name.
Yeah, I was watching
still
your
had to
shit.
think
Yeah.
about it.
God damn it.
No, yeah. So that's like, I'm trying to get into like the audio engineering and like I do the video for the podcast and stuff. So it's been that's kind of like my thing I've been going for right now. So
Yeah, Owen's been a huge help with the podcast. It was nowhere before he joined, honestly, because we were recording on a phone. It was my friend Easty and I. Shout out to Easty. The podcast never would have started without him. It was his
and
idea.
Gary V. Shout out Gary V.
Gary V. Yes, for introducing me to the Anchor app.
Hey, yo, shout out Anchor. That's
Anchor.
our sponsor in the beginning, too,
There
actually.
we go.
Yeah.
There we go. But Owen, I think about 2 years ago, more than 2 years ago now.
Yeah.
Approached me and asked if I needed any help with the podcast. I was like, yeah, we were kind of stagnant at that point, and he helped with the cameras, multiple camera angles, and just really spicing it up and getting it looking professional. So
Yeah. If anyone
Owen's taking it to another level. I started the podcast with Easty maybe I think 2018, but Owen joined 2019, and it's been going crazy since then.
Yeah, and you can see if you go back to the old episodes, it's like it was no video, phone recording. Then like I joined, we were no
pathetic.
video. Well, no, it was still working.
No, I know.
Then it was no video with just like I had some mics that we were doing, and then like one day I was like terrified to try it. I was like, man, I have to line up the audio and the video. I like took my GoPro and we like put them together, and I was like, oh
Give
god.
me the goosebumps when you say shit like that.
Yeah. It freaks. So I want to shout out Adobe Premiere because now that I've been using that, it like lines the shit up for you, so you don't like you can sync the audio. It's so much easier.
It does a better job. It does a better job. I still find myself manually kind of going back and like still like really kind of doing it. There is a sync button. It'll align it, but for some reason I somehow will still get some drift.
Really?
A little bit.
The GoPro, I've noticed, will do it. Actually, we have some episodes where our mouths are not matching either. So it's like, I'll just like switch it back. I don't know what it is, and if anyone knows, sound off in the comments. There's like normal, like the side cameras never drift. They're always exactly on point, the Sony Handycams, but the GoPro will drift. The newest GoPro that I'm using doesn't drift. So I don't know. But it's funny. I was just going to say, to finish the thought, if you go back through our episodes, you can see like mistakes were made. Like one time I turned down, like somebody left after the podcast. We did a break. I turned down the wrong mic. So one of our mics was just quiet the whole time for like the last 20 minutes of the podcast. And then like, just all the mistakes, like the video things. And now I think we figured out all the kinks. So
You live and you learn.
yeah, go watch the growth. Watch our old episodes.
That's crazy because, I mean, for us, it's like, bro, I'm a fucking perfectionist.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. We've been through that real relating. Like, there are a lot of fucking mistakes, definitely.
Yeah.
But, like, I try so fucking hard to, like, I'm so OCD and, like, perfectionist type, like, to make sure I'm there for, like, 4 a.m. trying to fix that shit. And if not, I gotta cut some shit or blah, 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 you know what I mean? But, I mean, I would rather something come out than nothing at all.
Right.
Yeah,
But if it comes out, it's gotta be good. You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
I feel you. Like I've ran into very similar problems, but now we're good. Now we're chilling. I'm not. I'm saying like we learned.
Oh yeah, look where we are. This is fancy. It's everything.
Yeah, you got a nice setup here.
It's nice. But we're still learning every day.
Yeah.
There's still marketing, post production, during production. There's still like a bunch of shit you can do. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't even like. We're not masters. We're not masters at any of this. We're still
Neither are
learning.
we.
We're always learning, yeah.
Always learning. That's the thing. I have like a notebook, and it's like the first page of it is always like, make sure you're always learning, no matter what.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Make sure you're
Absolutely.
always learning. So, your page, Boston's Big Four.
Yeah.
Give us, talk to us like we're dumb. Well, you don't have to talk to us like we're dummies. We're already dummies. But tell us, like, if we're brand new, tell us about Boston's Big Four before I start to, like, fangasm and nerd out.
All right, so Boston's Big Four is centered around New England sports and music. Those are the two main focal points. I started it when I was in college. It was just a sports blog. I was just writing sports articles. And then around 2015, 2016, you had Joyner Lucas, Token, Bia, like the scene, the hip-hop scene was starting to really bubble around here. So I figured, I've always been a huge hip-hop fan, so I figured why not start writing articles about that. My first hip-hop article got like 30,000 views or something.
Jeez.
So it was like,
how the fuck? Like, on what platform did you release it?
on my website, bostonsbig4.com.
BostonBig4.com?
Yeah.
Yes.
So this was 2016, and then I was like, all right, so there's like a real audience for this. Like people are into this, the local music scene.
What was the article?
It was.
If you Google hip hop New England, it's the first.
If you
one.
Google Massachusetts hip hop, it is the first
is
thing
it
that
Massachusetts?
comes up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We're going to fact check them right now.
Yeah. Let's go. Let's see it.
Put up the receipts.
Massachusetts hip hop.
Yeah.
Right? That's all we got to put.
That's it right there. No,
Wait,
go up. That's it. I wrote that. Here are the 8 names in hip hop putting Massachusetts on the list.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So
shit.
don't use Bing, use Google.
Yeah.
It's
Microsoft, fuck you and
Moral
Bing.
of the story.
Moral of the story. Moral
And
of
I
the
actually had to go update it recently and put Millie's in there because I didn't put him in initially.
whole team over there, they're fucking great.
First
Yeah.
time I heard about him was when he came on the Adam 22 podcast a few months ago.
Oh, that's the first time you heard about him?
No
First
way.
time I heard about him.
Really?
I watched it because I watched Adam 22 here and there. I watched it. I was like, oh shit, this guy's from Cambridge?
Yeah.
I told him about it. I was like, dude,
He sent me, he sent it to
we
me.
gotta get involved.
I got really turned on to him when the muscle dropped because that was before. Because that was.
I got turned on to him after I wrote that article in 2016, and everyone in the comments was like, "Where's Millie's?" I was like, "Oh shit, I should
like,
tap in
they're-
with this guy."
they're like-
Probably super small back then, huh?
He wasn't that big, but he was big locally. That was before he started like really working with Jadakiss a lot, and like, Dave East, and became like kind of the national sensation that he is.
So
now.
how you feel about Dave East?
I like Dave East.
He's nice.
Yeah.
I like him too. When I want to feel like real hood and gangsta, I listen
Yeah.
to Dave East.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm a
I listen to Millie's for that reason too.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, G Nipsey's great. Millie's is fucking great. I love Bia. I even love Coyle Ray.
Is Coyle Ray from Boston?
What is it? She was born in Boxford or some shit like
Roxbury.
that. Roxbury, and
But then she moved to
Jersey.
when she was like 1. So does that count?
I don't know, man. I'm not a fucking scientist. Okay.
I will say, and I know I've said this on our show before, is like, maybe she officially grew up somewhere else, but like her family around her was, it sounds like originally from Boston, so it's like your culture was probably similar. I don't know.
we gonna count it.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
gonna count it.
We're gonna count it.
Fuck it. I'm gonna count it.
We gonna co-sign her.
We gonna co-sign it for sure. For sure. I mean, why not? Fuck it. She's part of the family anyway.
She does rep Boston. Like she loves Boston. So
Yeah, no, for sure.
And her dad is Benzino.
So what?
Wait, what? Her dad's Benzino?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
From fucking Real Housewives of...
Yeah, you know Benzino?
Yeah,
you know Benzino from Real
my mom watches Real Housewives. Yeah.
He's on Real Housewives?
No, my mom watches that shit.
Oh, your mom watches that shit.
I swear on everything. My mom watches Real Housewives. And Benzino's like the husband to one of the housewives or some shit.
Benzino was the biggest rapper in Boston for a while.
Really?
But
Yeah.
a while ago.
These days,
Until he
I don't
dissed
think he'd
Eminem.
make it.
Yeah.
So I was gonna say, so basically, you guys are covering the music scene. You guys have your Boston's Big Four account. You cover sports. You cover. Were you gonna say something? Oh, you see, you're covering sports. You're covering music. That's fucking dope. And so, how has the progression been since you guys like? How's it going right now? What's the current state?
It's great right now. We're getting a lot of artists on the podcast. That's been
Over 100 episodes.
over 100 episodes, and it started off as a
Congrats.
sports podcast. Thank you, appreciate it. It started off as a sports podcast, but as soon as we got the momentum going with the music stuff, it's like we had artists hitting us up, and we've just gotten really involved in the scene, and we're just loving it. So we just have artists on all the time.
Damn.
I will say about reporting on sports is kind of difficult because like if a game happened yesterday, you have to like
gotta get it
record
out
and
right
put
away.
out a podcast like right away.
Yeah. No, that's true. That's what I was telling you about for season 4. Were you gonna say something?
I was gonna say, do you guys know Hero, the MC?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
They had him on the pod. They've
We had him
had
on
they've
the
had a
pod.
lot of similar guests.
We did a show with him last summer, actually.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
at
we
the
hosted a
Jungle
show
in
with him.
Somerville.
They've had Hero. They've had Connor Hallway. They've had who else have you guys had? I've seen some other people you guys have had too, like Justin Clancy.
Yep.
What's her name? Mona
Velli.
Mona Velli. I've seen you guys have a good amount of like heads on there that's similar to what we've had too. They're trying to get Y-Try
Yep.
and shit like that.
Why try? I'm wearing your merch.
Shout out Y-Try.
Yeah.
Bro, he got some fire socks
Yeah.
that he gave us.
Yeah, he gave us some socks. Yo, shout out Y-Try playing Halo. I'll spank everyone in that Discord.
Oh,
but,
are you what kind of Halo? Do you play team deathmatch or is
I love
it
all
SWAT?
Halo.
I'm a SWAT guy.
You like SWAT, so you like what, just the headshots only?
That's the best.
Yeah, I do ranked and like.
Okay.
I mean, I'm more like objective based Halo. Like I love playing capture the flag.
Those are fun too.
Yeah, like I'm a big like griff ball and like fucking shit like that too. But yeah, no,
I'm nasty at Halo.
he has he has a Discord and they play Halo like every night at like 9:00.
Oh shit.
That's
okay.
fire.
Yeah, they're great guys. But yeah, man, I'm glad you guys the current success is going well. I was gonna say, what do you guys like in the current moment for right now? Like in the success it is, what is your next coming plan? Like what's coming out of you guys? Because not gonna lie, I was like watching. I was watching you guys like this morning and shit like that, and I was like, damn. I was like, for some reason, I fucked with you guys.
Yeah, it's
And I
hard
couldn't
it's hard
really
to put your finger
explain
on
it. Like I was like
Interesting.
something. I was like, I love you have the setup in the background. You have like the Boston's Big Four, like
Yep.
big ass things on the side.
basement.
It's in the basement. You guys go. We're not really in Boston. We're like in Hingham or some
Yeah,
shit like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
you know?
exactly.
And I'm like, I mean, I ain't lying. You know what I mean?
You got the town right.
Yeah, so like I'm like okay, so like you got a good amount of followers and shit like that. So what's the next step for you guys? You guys have anything crazy in the works? Like what's going on? I love your intro by the way too. Like
yeah.
we cover sports and sometimes
That's this guy.
It's my voice. Yeah,
Yeah.
I deepened it a little bit because I have a high pitched voice. But yeah, no, that's it. We're trying to step up like the quality of the podcast. We recently started doing the multicam thing, so everything like looks better. You guys mentioned always learning, so we got to learn more about marketing. I know that's one of those things. Like we actually mentioned it on the episode that dropped yesterday, like boosting, figuring out like how to boost posts, like what to boost it, like how to get it to the right demographics. Because we boosted things before and it didn't really seem to make a difference. So that's like one thing. We got to get more merch out there. We made merch last year. We kind of like gave away some, flipped a little, but like we're trying to get we have a Shopify, but that's actually about to get all revamped. We're going to do everything. We got to get that like plugged in properly to the website because right now they're like 2 websites. So, and shows. That was the other thing.
That's the big thing, I think. We want to throw more shows.
We've wanted to do this since like the whole thing started. Like Boston's Big Four started as a sports thing because of the 4 teams, but we're kind of thinking of piggybacking off of the 4. A lot of people, like if you go to a show and you'll think like my buddy's headlining because they're the only person on the flyer, and you find out that like 10 people have a flyer where only they're on it. So there's like, you're seeing like 12 people perform and you thought you were going to see just like your boy and like a couple openers. So we're thinking we would like to do Boston's Big Four with 4 acts. So it's a like short and sweet night. We don't keep everyone there all night and just like have maybe a headliner. It's kind of hard to tell someone that they're the headliner. So I have like 4 co-headliners kind of, and then just curate the show and try to get people out together.
Y'all love doing shows. I feel like QNC, Boston's Big Four, ROC Hero with Bars Over Bars. Why do you guys love doing the shows?
It's so much fun.
It's fun.
We did the one with Hero actually. Shout out Hero because
Hero's the man.
He really lit a
really,
he grinds.
And his girlfriend too, Maddie.
Yeah,
Matt,
DJ Mad Dog.
Yeah, DJ Mad Dog in the building.
But yeah, he helped us a lot, Hero, with that show. I mean, he kind of planted that seed in our head that we want to do shows, honestly.
Yeah, it's super fun, and I think it's like the best way to engage too, because I felt like social media was popping for a while, like right after that show, like the posts from the show, like the people that were at it.
You see that you see that engagement. You start because the shows are great because you get that like physical like interaction. Connor Hallway's always, shout out Connor Hallway, Golden Deer Productions. He was always telling me, you gotta throw a party. You gotta have like a something to touch the people. I'm like, I just don't feel like I'm there yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need to build.
But you might be closer than you think you are, because honestly, our show surprised me. Like with how many people came out, I was like, I did not think it was gonna be like this.
We put very little into the advertisement too. Like it was just like a few social media posts of like us and the people that were gonna be on the show. And I remember like at one point being like, did the venue advertise this or something? Because how did everyone know? Like, people that I didn't know were there. I'm like, how did they get here? How did they know about this? And they just maybe saw it on the page or something.
True. I feel you. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, bro. That Kevin Cooney shit, like, fucking, like, that shit was a fucking massive cosign for us. I got motherfuckers hitting me up. I don't even know where the fuck these people came from at all. But shout out Kevin Cooney for real. That's our guy. Protect him at all cost. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's a North End. He's a spy?
He's a North End. What is he? A double agent? He's
an Irish guy in the North End.
Yeah. He's like undercover Irishman. Oh my god, that dude is like. Every time I see him, I'm just like, yo, this kid's a fucking clown. We have another episode dropping very soon with this guy named Spider Cuz, and he's like from New York.
Spider Cuz, he's on the Side Talk videos.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I've seen. Dude, that's hilarious.
You're getting Spider Cuz. Oh my god, that's amazing. That's gonna be a good episode. He sounds like an interesting guy.
Yeah, he's a great dude. But anyway, back to you guys. I was gonna say, honestly, what do you guys think about Tom Brady? I want to ask you guys' opinion. Fuck all the bullshit for just a quick second.
Yeah.
Tom Brady not paying respects to the fucking Patriots, Bill Belichick, Robert Kraft right off the bat, thanking the Bucks.
Yeah.
What is your opinion on that? Because I got the whole Dub Shack going crazy, everyone the mother going crazy.
Yeah.
I got to know from your guys' perspective, the source. Talk to me like I'm an idiot.
Okay.
And I want to know, what do you guys think about? What were your guys' opinions on that?
I wasn't personally hurt by it, but I know why he did it, and I think it's kind of annoying.
Why did he do it?
Because he's mad at the Patriots for giving up on him. He's mad at Belichick and Kraft and kind of, but like I don't know why he has to take that out on the fans. Like at least give the fans some respect.
Yeah.
That part I didn't understand. But then, he posted on his story, he said thank you to Robert Kraft and Bill Belichick, but that was after he got a bunch of backlash for it. So that could have been the reason why, but I'm not mad at Brady. I think he just, I think he doesn't have a lot of Patriots pride right now. I think he has more Bucks pride because they believed in him at the end of his career. So, but that's something I think he'll get over with time. I think him and Belichick, like, eventually will get along well. But right now, like, Patriots fans need to accept that Brady doesn't love, like, the Patriots organization. He's not going to give you that, like, Patriots pride that you're looking for right now.
Wait, I have a question. Why'd the Pats give up on him? Like, explain that situation.
I need the whole storyline.
Yeah, I need the whole plot.
So when Belichick drafted Jimmy Garoppolo in 2014, Brady kind of took that as a sign of disrespect. Like, that's the next guy in line. You're kind of, falling off the cliff.
What did he expect, though? Them to have no backup?
Yeah, I don't know. Brady's a little sensitive, too. We're dealing with two people who have huge
Brady's
egos.
a bitch.
Yeah.
Boston's Big Four exclusive. Brady's a bitch.
You heard it here first. You heard?
Apparently, Brady's a bitch.
We're dealing with two people with huge egos. So it's like, Belichick has a boat that's called 8 Rings, and 2 of them he won as an assistant coach. So, they both have huge egos. They both have something to prove. Like, Brady felt like he proved himself when he won the Super Bowl last year. He proved that he didn't need Belichick. There's just been a lot of back and forth with them. So, but,
Aren't there videos of him, like, screaming on the sidelines at Josh McDaniels?
Oh, yeah. Brady's a psycho.
Yeah.
Brady's a psycho.
He used to seem so calm and collected, but yeah, when you'd see him go, What was the last game where someone actually? It is funny to see him fly off the handle because his like public image is like all buttoned up and stuff. But then
he also kisses his son on the mouth.
Dude, what was that?
He does do that.
What was that?
Hey, no, not just one kiss. My man's came back and said, "Hey, yo, that wasn't done correctly.
Yes.
Get your ass back here and kiss me again."
Dude,
you know what I'm saying? Damn.
He should have been canceled right there.
Do you think like he was raised that way and that's why he does it, or is
nobody's raised like that?
I mean, hold on, but dudes pay respects though. Like at the end of the day, I do know some families that do like
It's
do
that in the culture.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a fan of it. I'm not with it, but
I'm
like,
not with it either.
I understand.
I've never seen that.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Oh man,
I've seen it.
Yeah, I mean, no one else seemed to make a big deal of it. I've just heard people make jokes out of it, and I was like, but it freaked me out. First time I saw it, I was like, did you just kiss his son on the mouth? But, whatever.
Hey, man, listen, whatever floats his boat. I know a lot of Pats fans listening right now. I know Connor Henderson's listening. He's going to be like, I don't give a fuck, blah, blah, blah. He can kiss me if he wants. You know what I mean?
Yeah. There's a lot of people like that, too.
And I'm like,
I love Tom Brady, but I'm not, I can...
Leave your kids alone. That's all I
can point out when he does something wrong. Like, he's not perfect.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, they kind of fucking... I love Tom Brady too, but I feel like they fucking get on their fucking knees for this guy and act like this guy's the Messiah
when he doesn't actually give a shit about them.
That's what that's how I felt, because I'm like, bro, for a guy who his whole legacy is the Patriots.
20 years here. He spent 2 in Tampa.
And he fucking like retires and he's just like, you know what? Go Bucks.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I understand, like, the
apparently
perspective
Kraft was pissed. He had a temper tantrum, they said.
Bro, the whole internet fucking blew up.
Oh, I know.
The whole internet
People
blew
were
up.
losing their minds.
And, like, I understand. At the end of the day, I agree. Like, I don't think he owes the Patriots anything. I don't think he owes... First of all, when he left, he already said something. There was a whole Instagram post. He already talked about it. He doesn't need to say it again. He's saying... But I just felt like in the post, he was mentioning everyone and their fucking mother.
Right.
Besides the Patriots.
He could have given them one sentence.
He could have given them a fucking single line. Everyone's out here like, what do you? He's like, what do you want from me? What do you want? What do you want? What do you want from him? What do you want from them? I'm like, bro, don't fucking bullshit me, dude.
Right.
You know, if you weren't a Brady dick sucker, you would have wanted him to fucking have a sentence. But you're gonna defend him because that's your Messiah. That's your guy. Sorry, I didn't want to cut you off.
No, it's all good. I mean, all he had to say was just like, he. Of course, has to mention the team he's finishing with. That's like no question. You can't just be like, I'm retiring from football. Go Pats. Like you said, it had to be a little go Bucks. Like because he was with them, and that's where you finished. And you won the Super Bowl with them. Proved everyone wrong. Like no one thought he could do it again or whatever. Like skeptical that he could do another one after all the years. But it's like, you probably should have mentioned the team that
you spent 20 years with.
Yeah. I mean, dude, he mentioned his fucking wife, his fucking kids, Michigan, like every
Alex Guerrero,
literally
the guy that rubs his balls.
Literally every single fucking person on the fucking planet besides anyone associated with the Patriots.
Mad people watch the Bucks because of that. Like my family became Bucks fans. So they would still watch the other games
because of Tom Brady.
Yeah, he's great to watch. And,
he is the GOAT.
Don't get me wrong. We love Tom Brady at Real Relay. We love, what I'm saying?
But it's fun to call him a bitch.
But, like, bro, you gotta call...
He is kind of sometimes.
You gotta call a spade a spade, bro.
Absolutely.
Like, at the end of the day, we gotta call him out. Like, be like, dude, that's not cool. Like, and then Dave Portnoy goes on Barstool and has an emergency press conference. He's saying the same shit. Like, dude, that's a little disrespectful, like, low key.
It is.
And, like, I don't think he owes anyone anything. I see he already said his piece, but... Come on, dude. That looked a little suspect.
It was intentional. It was clearly intentional.
It looked intentional.
Because he's got enough smart people around him to tell him, hey, this isn't a good look. At least mention the Patriots in here.
He had 10 slides.
10 slides and not one about the Patriots. There was a picture of him in a Bucks uniform at Gillette beating the Patriots.
Yes, I saw that. That, when someone told me what the picture was on the first slide, I was like, oh, no, this shit was intentional. That was intentional.
Yep.
And I don't give a fuck if you suck Brady's dick. That is a fact, dude.
Yeah,
that is a fact. I know there's a fucking whole history in the past that I don't understand, and the whole fucking Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Honestly, I don't even understand all of it. There's way too much going on. Way too much drama.
I'm not keeping up with the Bradys. I'm not keeping up with fucking all the sports news and shit, but that just for a third-party person who doesn't understand, like, that looked disrespectful as fuck.
Yeah, no,
that's like when Drake's about to retire from making music and he just doesn't thank Toronto.
Right.
And just like lives out in LA.
But he felt like Atlanta adopted him.
Yeah, he just moves to Atlanta and just thanks Atlanta for his whole career.
Yeah,
and
or Houston. He loves Houston.
And Houston, he just says "fuck you" to Toronto. How I would be like that suspect, dude.
That is.
You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. So I mean, we love Tom Brady, but we had to talk about that. That's a little sus. We were fucking. I actually saw the Celtics last night. They played the Hornets.
Yeah.
Last night.
Ooh, I was watching LaMelo Ball.
Dude. First of all, we were in a fucking box, and that shit was an absolute movie.
Was it?
Absolute movie.
That's fire.
Absolutely insane. So tell me the condition of the Celtics right now.
The Celtics are consistently inconsistent.
Someone said ninth in the East, something like that. So not doing so hot.
So the Celtics in their last 200 games, going back to the conference finals 2 years ago, they're 500 overall.
Okay.
They're 100 and 100. So they're consistently inconsistent. Every time they win, they have one really good win a week where you're like, oh, wow, they're back. And then they disappoint you again. So this Celtics team is probably the hardest Celtics team to get interested in that I can remember, honestly.
Yeah.
Just because the expectations, they never reach them. They reach them once a week, and then they fall back down to earth. It's crazy.
What do you think the problem is right now?
Chemistry, I think. I'm not sure if Tatum and Brown can play together. I don't know. That remains to be seen. It's rare that they both have a good game on the same night. Mm-hmm. Usually one of them is taking the backseat to the other one. So
people say they're the same player. What do you think?
Yeah, they're definitely similar. It's definitely hard to have two guys like that on the same team. They're both phenomenal wing players, phenomenal scorers. They can both defend. They can both take over the game at the end of the game, but they don't seem to be able to play together. Their assist numbers aren't great, either of them. I think they both need to work the ball around a little more. Big changes need to be made, honestly. It might include trading one of those guys.
I've heard lack of leadership, too. There's not really a leader on the team.
Yeah.
Tatum's not a good leader. They're all young.
I mean, they're still young. Tatum's still 24. So it's or 23, I think.
Damn.
So, it feels like he's older because he's been around for a while. Yeah. But he's not ready to lead yet. And I don't know if he has that in him. It takes a certain type of mentality, like Kevin Garnett. Paul Pierce didn't even really have it until he got Garnett on his team. It takes that kind of warrior mentality that I'm not sure Tatum has. I think and I don't want to speak for him, but I feel like he's just super comfortable where he is right now. Making a lot of money. He's got his kid. He's living a comfortable life right now. I don't know how much he really wants to win, honestly.
He needs that Mamba mentality.
He does.
He trained under Kobe for
He did train under Kobe.
Summer or something?
And he learned some skills from Kobe, but that mentality, I don't know if that's teachable,
Grind.
Yeah.
Absolute fucking grind. I love Jason Tatum, though. He's a fucking beast.
So he's fun to watch.
Yeah.
What do you think their next move should be? Trade Brown or Tatum or
I don't want to trade either one of them yet, to be honest. I would say trade Schroeder, or I'd be down to trade Smart.
You'd be down to trade Smart? That's a hot take, bro.
Yeah. I mean, I think he's overrated. I think he's a great...
You see those chains? You don't give a fuck. You see them chains?
I think he's overrated. I think he's
overrated?
a great... Yeah, he's a great defender, but he's not a good shooter, and he thinks he is. Ooh. So,
Damn.
So he goes out there and chucks him up like Steph Curry sometimes. He'll shoot 15 threes in a game. And it's you're not that kind of shooter.
You're not that guy.
You're not that guy. You're not that guy, man. You're not that guy.
So, good guy, though. I met him once at a Margaritas.
He's a nice guy.
Yeah, Marcus Smart, yeah.
Dude, you always run into athletes.
I do, honestly.
Who'd you almost
at Margaritas.
He almost hit someone.
I almost ran over Xander Bogaerts
That's
once.
what it was, yeah. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
He just ran out.
I was driving by Fenway, and this dude just ran out in front of my car. I slammed on the brakes, and it was fucking Xander Bogaerts.
Jesus.
Yeah, almost put him on the DL.
Damn. So we've talked about the Patriots. We've talked about the Celtics and their inconsistent.
What about the Sox?
I was gonna say the Red Sox, man. How disappointing was that?
The Red Sox. You never know what you're gonna get. You never know what you're gonna get with the Red Sox.
They were fucking hot, dude.
They were.
This fucking Boston was going bananas.
Yeah.
Absolutely fucking bananas when they were fucking here, going insane, bro.
Yeah. I mean, the Red Sox, I would say the last decade or so, they're either really good or they suck. And you never know what it's going to be. Yeah. It's not even dependent on the roster anymore. It's
Did you hear that there was some conspiracy that they were using, it wasn't all the time, but they would mix in balls that go farther, and that's why some of the games would be way crazy scores?
Really?
When they went to London, there was
there was
27
that game in London a couple
something.
years ago where the Sox and Yankees hit so many home runs, and they found out they were using different balls.
Oh, that was proven? Okay, because
Yeah.
I thought they were doing it. I thought someone speculated that it was still happening because there were games like where we just like crazy scores, like double digits, and then other games where it's like 2-1 the whole game, you know, and you're just like, how is this happening, you know?
Damn.
But
That's why I never got into baseball like that. It's just like watching golf.
Didn't David Ortiz get put into the Hall of Fame?
He did.
Yeah.
He did. Shout out Poppy.
Shout out Big
Shout out
Poppy.
to Poppy.
21 career walk-off hits.
Wow.
Which is insane. I've been posting them on our Instagram like the last few days. He had his first 3 seasons with the Red Sox. He had 15 walk-offs, which is like a career's worth for a good player.
Damn.
So shout out Poppy, best clutch hitter of all time.
You could depend on him. Yeah, he was the
He's
best.
from the DR.
That's your blood.
He is.
That's me.
There
Oh,
you go.
nice.
You know it. That's awesome.
There you
That's
go.
Fucking, and I guess last but not least, the Bruins. How are
The
they?
Bees. I mean,
know.
I'm not as much into the Bruins, honestly.
Yeah.
But
It's the last team. I feel like the Bruins always get the chopped liver at the end, bro.
yeah, Bruins fans, it's like that's like a cult. Like they're their own entity. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're
You gotta
crazy.
be like into hockey for that shit.
I feel like the people who are real big Bruins fans grew up playing hockey, and if you didn't grow up playing hockey, you're not part of that like hockey fraternity.
So, fun
But,
fact, I went to a Bruins playoff game a few years back whenever they were in the playoffs, and I didn't know, like, so it's like if you go to like a Red Sox game, like some people are on the edge of their seat watching the game, but a lot of the time it's like a social event. And this was a playoff game, so I guess it was different, but like everyone was cheering at the same time, everyone was like sitting at the same time. You couldn't even like go up to your seat without like you'd like wait in between put like puck drops and shit, and I was like, oh man, I didn't realize like how hardcore it was watching a Bruins game. I mean,
Bruins
of course,
fans are wild.
yeah, it was very serious, and like people were getting mad at each other. Like the Garden's very tight quarters, so there's not really much room to move. But yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah, my
craziness.
1 year at my previous job, they rewarded me with they got me like box seats to go see a Bruins game. They fucking won. It was fucking awesome. Absolutely.
Word.
It was that section in the Garden where they got the fucking steak, the food.
Oh yeah, you got to take an escalator up there.
Yeah.
Something
That's
the good shit.
Eels, escalators. But yeah, no, I feel you. It was fucking insane, dude. And then a nice little hurricanes after. Never hurt the boy. Nice little harp.
Wait, is Hurricane still there, or did it close?
No, Hurricanes there. Sullivan's Tap, Hurricanes, the Harp.
What am I thinking about? Something closed. Oh no, it was the Fours that was right there. then,
Fours
maybe.
did close.
Oh yeah,
I thought something else closed too, but never mind.
the Fours, yeah. But yeah, that was it's basically the sports in New England, man. I mean, regardless of what you fucking think, New England's got the best sports. Period.
Yeah.
Best sports teams. Boston's Big Four, clearly. Fucking guys.
Yeah. No,
I do
agree
want to
with
quickly
that.
circle back.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just to give the fans some notice. If you see your boy in the stands at Fenway, buy something from me.
This
I'm
guy.
out there. I'm hawking at Fenway. That's my
Oh
side
wait,
job.
you're the guy who's like Miller Lite. Get your Miller Lite
Oh
here.
yeah,
That's
baby,
you?
that's me.
He slangs glizzies.
Oh my
I say,
god.
yeah,
Get your
glizzies.
glizzies here.
That's a teaser. Sling glizzies. What are you slinging? Yo, Fenway Franks, no cap. Best food in the world.
They're good. Yeah,
Best.
they're good. I've sold them all pretty much. Last year was actually it's all by seniority, so I finally got to sell some alcohol at the end of the season, which was
There
like
you go.
fantastic. So hit me up. Look for your boy. I'm out there.
I caught him on TV a couple times last year, right behind the plate.
If I'm selling around home plate, I will always make sure I go down a few extra steps so I'm like you can see me. Yeah, it's fun. I give people the tease.
There you go. There you go.
People what they want.
Give the people.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I don't know. I fuck with like when girls go out to like fucking baseball games and shit like that. They got like the hat. The hair
Oh,
down.
there's a uniform.
There's
yeah.
there's a uniform. Little jersey.
There's
you know
some
what I mean?
beautiful women at Fenway Park.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I
Yeah.
will come here every summer. Even when
Yeah.
I moved to Miami, I'm coming right back for Fenway. You know
That's
what
a
I mean?
must. If you're in Boston in the summer, you got to go to a Sox game, like at least one. But that's it's such an experience. Those are
All
probably my
those-
favorite games to go to of any sport.
Yeah, good friend of mine lives like literally across the street. A bunch of my friends live across the street from like Fenway Park.
Oh, that's so cool. That's
God.
the best. They probably run those bars. It's like the best after a game.
Lansdowne.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out
fucking-
Loretta's. They got the best music.
You serious right now?
Yeah.
What kind of music are
I
we talking
had
about?
way too much of Loretta's like this past
So
summer,
he
bro.
lives in Brookline.
Oh, okay.
So he
I'm
and
like
yeah.
a 15-minute walk from Loretta's.
Oh, okay. One of my boys is in a band that like regularly plays there, and they just hit like all the like early 2000s hits, like especially pop.
It's a
punk.
country bar.
Okay, I'm not a country guy, so
okay, let's bring it back. Okay,
I'm the band that I'm shouting out is Maddie Ryan. I don't know. Yeah, well, so her band, they do like all the classics. Like they'll do like, just for example, the anthem. They'll play like a ton of Paramore, like that type of shit. And my buddy's their guitarist, so I just was like, I would go there after Fenway, and he'd like put me on the list, super exclusive, so I could skip that line.
Boston Big Four, no big deal, you know.
Yeah. No, he's just my friend, doesn't care about Boston's Big Four. But that's actually my experience. But it's funny when you mention the country, I'm not a country guy, so I wouldn't go and watch.
No, that's why I thought you said that. I was like, wait, what? You like to go to the country stuff? I mean, no disrespect to country music, but
it's basic. It's country music's basic.
Nah, I love them concerts though. Them concerts are movies.
Yes,
they are.
Yes, they are.
Concerts are movies. The tailgating and the fucking cowboy boots and movie.
Oh yep.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I'll put earplugs in my ear and fucking keep going after. You know what I mean?
Listen to some Drake the whole time.
Yeah. I got the AirPods in. What'd you say?
Well, yeah, because all those ladies you were talking about that wear the Fenway uniform seem to end up at Loretta's.
That's true. He ain't lying.
Yeah,
ain't no cap.
He knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, I mean, you might be onto something. You might. He knows. I mean, he's the one selling them Franks.
Yeah, and I'll sell you guys some earplugs. So if you don't want to hear their country, that's fine too.
There you go.
Yeah, nah, I mean, as long as I'm fucked up, that's all I'm having a good time, man.
Yeah.
I want to know like what would you say to creatives? Like someone that's maybe writing an article, trying to write an article, or someone that's trying to be an audio engineer, or someone who's trying to put something together and trying to be like the next thing. Like, what would you say to someone like that in your footsteps?
I think it's cliche, but I would say like just finish it, like whatever you think it is. Don't try to perfect it. Like put it out, and then 100%. Keep doing it. Like because if you try to perfect it before you put it out, you'll never do it. And like 2 years will go by.
Not everything you do has to be perfect, but
just
you got to keep putting stuff out there.
Yeah.
That would be my main thing.
Mm-hmm. And even things that
and sometimes it is going to be perfect. Sometimes you are going to put out like, a piece of content where you're like, wow, that was amazing.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be like that every time. You can't let that deter you from putting stuff out. Like you got to just keep going.
Our motto is leave it in, it's all hot. If you think
Wait, what? Say it again.
If you think you fucked up on the podcast, we're like, oh, we should cut that out. We're like, leave it in, it's all hot. We're just like, leave it.
I fuck with that.
It's all hot. It's all hot. It's candid. Exactly. I think the biggest thing of being an entrepreneur, being like doing something, you gotta be okay with taking a risk. You gotta be okay with failing.
Absolutely.
And you gotta be okay with like.
You got to get used to failing.
It's got to be like me versus me. You know what I mean? You got to like, how can I improve and always want to spice it up? You know what I mean? Do I get another 4K camera? Do I fucking get another mixer? Like, how do I get another, like, how do you got to be in competition with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we're a podcast. Y'all are a podcast. Normal Guy Lazy Eye is a podcast. They got a bunch of podcasts in the Boston area. You know what I mean? And like, we're all like, we're friends, but like there's a little bit of competition between each and one of us.
Naturally,
sure,
that's you gotta have that there.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's the same between all the artists too.
You need to have this too, though.
Absolutely, and we got to get you guys on our podcast too.
We
got to return the favor.
It's like a business relationship. Like we're gonna go our hardest and poke fun and have fun in hopes that you guys do the same.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And so you guys, it amps you up. Because when you see us and we drop an episode, we get the whole city hot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You get everybody hot. And not even just the city, it's everybody in the world. Real Relay is around the world. You know what I mean? And like, that's what I'm saying. Like, we hope when we put shit out, it inspires you guys. And when I see y'all shit come out, that's what I'm saying. Do the same thing. You know what I mean? Like, it makes us like, all right, these guys are still going. Like, we got to do that.
I'm inspired by all the podcasts around the city. There's a lot of good ones. You guys included, definitely.
Yeah.
Like,
you guys do a great job with your brand.
Yeah, absolutely.
We gotta take a page out of your book. I think we got things to learn.
I wouldn't say that. I ain't going front, man. I ain't going front. If I'm gonna be cocky for like 2 seconds, man, we the hottest.
Talk your shit.
We the hottest in the game. Period.
Okay.
Real Relay fan. We the hottest in the we
sound off in the comments if you think we're the hottest in the game.
But y'all Real Relay fam now. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So like it's like, now we all together. You know what I mean? But like if I gotta draw a line in the sand, I'm like, hey, this is our shit, bro.
And you should feel that way. That's how everyone should feel.
You should love your shit.
Absolutely.
You should think your shit is the fucking bomb.
Absolutely.
And like Rock said, like, if you're not putting your dogs on, like, You know what I mean? Like, I'll probably come on the next 2-3 episodes and be like, yo, our shit is the best podcast in the fucking world. Like, that's how you should sound like. If you don't believe in yourself, who the fuck's gonna?
Like Adam22 says, like, the coolest podcast in the world or something.
Yeah.
Every time he opens it.
Every time.
And, like, I don't agree. I think there's cooler podcasts, but he should feel that way.
Yeah, I mean, I said it to be, like, fucking braggadocious, but, like, and realistically, like, I know there's, like, shit that we can learn from and get better, but, man, your fans want to see you fucking get hyped up, you know? They don't want to see you be, like, too reserved.
They're not going to believe in you if you don't believe in yourself.
Yeah, damn fucking straight. I mean, I know our shit is hot, you know what I mean? I know our shit is fucking gas, bro. Like, you know what I mean?
No,
so
you guys got it down.
That's it, you know what I mean? And, like, I hope that we can learn from each other, and I want to see, like, yours, like, go off, like, even Jared, like, everybody, you know what I mean? Like, even Powtown, I want to see all these motherfuckers go crazy. Andrew Widmar with his, like, we got an EDM guy, like, everybody, you know what I mean?
Yep.
There's room for everyone to eat.
There's room for everyone to eat.
Right.
If there's a way, like, I say this shit, but if I see y'all do an event and y'all reach out to us and ask us for some sort of assistance, bro, hell yeah, I'm gonna fucking help out.
Yeah.
There's room for everybody here. There's money to be made and friendships to be made. There's no need to be like, oh, fuck you. You know what I mean? Like, nah, like, I mean, I'm gonna be a little cocky, obviously, because it's fun. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But, like, it's all love. You know what I mean? It's a business. If there was no competition, then what's the point? You know what I mean? Like, you know.
That's what drives us, the competition.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
But at the same time, like, we want to see all you succeed.
Exactly.
Because like Owen said, we can all succeed together. We can all eat.
We can all eat.
It doesn't have to be just one of us.
It's a big pond.
Right.
A lot of people talk in the Boston area or in this New England area about putting people on and shit like that. And it's like, I mean, are you really doing it? Are you really putting each other on? Are y'all really helping each other out?
Right.
Anyone can reach out to me, and I'm going to do what I can. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
I'm not that hard to get in contact with. You know what I mean? So, are y'all really having platforms and having people come on? Are y'all really rapping about shit and rapping about your friends and bringing your all up? The people together, like, I'm not seeing that too crazy.
Right.
You know what I mean? I think there needs to be a little more pizzazz, more spunk, you know what I mean? Like, don't be afraid to put that shit out there, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely.
That's why people like in Miami and LA and all that shit, they in New York, they get big because they don't give a fuck, dude.
They don't hesitate.
They don't hesitate.
They just keep going.
Like, you got a dude in a fucking Spider-Man costume throwing snowballs in the middle of fucking in middle New York City. Like, dude, do some crazy shit.
And how much shit did he try before that didn't work? You know what I mean? You just got to keep trying things.
Just keep trying shit. Don't be afraid. I think the biggest thing between a lot of Boston artists and Boston podcasts and a lot of Boston shit, Boston's got a lot of great potential and it's got a lot of great, like spaz there. You just got to fucking spaz out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you got to go dummy crazy with it. You know what I mean? And just put it out there. I feel like Boston has, like, a theme, like this, like, overarching, like, dark night, like, dark theme. You know what I mean?
People are afraid to do things for some reason.
It's like, bro, like, oh, you're a Boston rapper. You got your influence from New York. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Or you get your influence from LA. Fuck you. Like, nah, I just think that, like, people out here it needs to grow more. I think it needs to have its own identity. I think you need to have your own producers and sound engineers and photographers.
Shout out John Scott.
Yeah, shout out John Scott, Josh Schuback. Who's the guy who works with Millie's too? Shot by Tange or...
Yeah, shot by Tange.
Yeah, great fucking dude. Like, oh, why try? Like, bro, like, go
Shout
fucking...
out Connor Hallway.
Like,
put us in your next movie, please, all of us.
Go crazy. I'm still... If that next movie's ass, I'm going to say it too. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, bro, the last thing you want to do with me is get into a meme war, because that's the last thing you want to do with me. Fuck anyone in the podcast and on their shit or rapping shit. Like, don't play with me when it comes to, like, real life shit, bro. Like, dead ass, like... It's done for you. It's clear. I do this shit.
You've been warned.
I do this shit on a daily basis for fun. I'm in the deep depths of like Reddit, 4chan, and like YouTube. Like, don't play with me. You know, I will clown the shit out of you, bro. And I don't care how big your platform is, your ass. You know what I mean? Listen, I appreciate you guys coming on. I appreciate all the great advice. I'm sorry it was a short episode.
Oh, good.
You know what I mean? But I'm glad we were able to have you guys on and have a fucking great time. I want to see you guys fucking grow. You guys went from fucking putting podcasts out on a phone to linking up to now you got fucking dual cameras and you're covering Boston sports and Boston music. You guys are gonna fucking grow, and you guys the success right now is phenomenal. You guys spit the real facts and you said the real shit about, you know, fucking the Patriots, Red Sox, Bruins, Celtics. You know your shit.
I will never sugarcoat anything sports related.
We fact checked you. Yeah. We fact checked your fucking article too.
True.
Yeah. So he's valid. And welcome to
look it up on Google.
Fuck Bing. So I appreciate you guys coming on the Real Relay fucking podcast. You're part of the Real Relay family. If we can ever help you out, let us know. Maybe we'll do another episode and get a full thing in. And if you guys are ever in Miami, let me know. We'll hook you guys up.
Appreciate it, man.
Any last words to the fans? Anything like that?
Shout out Real Relate.
Big shout out Real Relay. Thank you guys for having us on. This was big for us.
Thank you for coming
Follow
on.
Boston's Big Four, Boston's Big Four Music, and Boston's Big Podcast.
Well, check the description box. We'll have all of the fucking socials. We'll plug everything in there.
Love it.
And all the comments, all the teasers out. We'll have a fucking good time. We're promoting the fuck out of this.
Yeah. All right, Real Relay fam. We love you guys. Until next time, peace.
Deuces, you already know.
Peace.